track mask. Create a mask around a talent. We might also add a little bit of feathering to the visual, and by right-clicking, going into Track and Stabilize, the option will currently be grayed out, so just go directly onto the mask, right-clicking, and choose the Track Mask. Now we're able to track either only the mask position, possibly also adding one more property to it in 4 separate adding steps, as with the rotation, scaling, skewing, and lastly the perspective as well. So using perspective on this clip, and now track selected mask forward. Just make sure here to keep an eye out if the mask slides away. So if that happens, go back and adjust it a little bit if needed. You have the ability here to track several types of masks at the same time within a scene or a composition. And one thing to keep in mind though is that you always want to try to aim for getting an object or a feature that have the same type of dimensions throughout the whole scene. It makes it a little bit easier to track. Then you want to apply this to anything from a type of layer with some type of movement to it, or an adjustment layer, or as a track matte perhaps. And for the second last option here, we got a little bit of face tracking with the outline only, and this is a better tracker for directly when you want to track any type of face. You might want to choose this option if you're only tracking a face separately, and the whole face should preferably as well be quite have a good lighting on it, so with the whole face lighten up, if you will. And this can be a really nice feature when you're trying to get some different type of adjustments to the face than what you're actually doing with the background. For example, if you're having maybe a different type of lighting to the face, or a different type of color adjustment to it, or color correction to it. If we ever need to go into further details with this one within the actual face, that we can track only the specific eyes, the nose, or even just the mouth, then there's an option called Face Tracking Detail Features for that one. Let's choose a video clip of a clear face, and then create the mask tightly around the face and start the tracking, which is something giving us several different tracking points to spread out all over the face. And as soon as finished analyzing, these tracking points are now made up as a new effect. And it can be found either down here in the timeline under the layer options, or up in the effect controls. The face track points have been divided and categorized as keyframes within left and right eye, nose, mouth, and also cheeks and chin. To get some even deeper measurement and control, you can try find a frame that have a neutral resting position for the face. Go into the face tracker panel and you want to choose the set rest pose, and then finally the extract and copy face measurement, adding fine details of how the face will offset in X, Y, and Z, its dimensions like scaling, orientation, plus more specifically for the eyes and the mouth, all compared to the rest pose as we saw before. And this is something that you might want to consider using when you're trying to extract some tracking data to use for animating inside the Adobe Character Animator as an example for using this.